This is Rodney Ham. If I was going to run a campaign for governor of the state of Ohio, is what I'm going to start saying at the beginning of my RodCast, because I had two people simultaneously who are community activists uh, tell me that they didn't really think that I should be talking on here. And I think that they meant uh, my mock campaigns. So these are not real. What these are an attempt to show my nieces and my nephews how to properly communicate and to be a part of your community, even if you have situations that don't allow you to go to the council meetings or to be out voicing your opinion and have people listen and find what you're saying to be credible. So the first thing that I would point out is that in the past 10 years in the state of Ohio, uh, we have become complacent in a lot of areas, not the least of which is with drugs. It seems to be the status quo for us to turn the television on and to see these fentanyl and these heroin dealers uh, get busted with really very little ramifications in the community because we're overdosing at record staggering numbers in the state of Ohio. So the first thing that you have to do as the coach of the citizens here is find a leader because what you're doing is not working. It's a complete waste of money and time for us to continue down this road because we're still losing children, be it to drugs, be it to the death from drugs, or be it to the whole chaos that sidetracks them and doesn't allow them to focus on things that are important in the state of Ohio. The problem is, I think that we're missing the point a lot of times because when we combine all the overdoses, you're talking about roughly 3,000 last year or something like that. We lost 300,000 or more in alcohol-related deaths. And so for me, the important thing to do, especially in my hometown, which I've posted articles from their newspaper in, I was their top account in Ohio. It says right there, I was in the top 6 of their accounts, and they are a huge company owned by a local beer distributor. And so what I would do is I would ask them to take some responsibility, just like I would ask their subsidiary kind of in the marijuana business. You're going to have to bear some responsibility because you guys are making a lot of money. And if we really start digging into it, is it good for society? I understand it's America, it's flag waving, it's having a beer on the weekends for some of us. But for some of us, it's a demon. And what we need to do is market U.S. for Hope. We need to get out here and we need to talk to people about some of the problems with marijuana cards, opiate, perpetual care, and alcohol when it comes to destroying lives and bearing children. We need to talk to people who have survived and been able to find a means to deal with the fact that they cannot drink. There are people out there who cannot drink. There are people out there who cannot smoke pot. And there are people out there who are extremely dangerous and in denial. So to bridge those gaps between responsible retailers and responsible drinkers socially with the chaos that is the alcoholic or the gambling addict or whatever. We need to have the information available, and we need to raise money because the state of Ohio cannot continue to pour money into these programs and projects that are ineffective. And that's what we continue to do. If you go through and take a look at some of the programs we're running in the state of Ohio and look at the difference that they're making, we're not getting back what we're investing. So it's time for us to have them put on the beer packages things like, uh, homeless shelters numbers, things like crisis care numbers, suicide prevention, transportation. Every package of beer should have a cab number on it. And a lot of cab companies will run free if you're drunk to help you out and do the right thing for the community. We need to advertise those type of things instead of the half-naked girls or the sports figures and all the other stuff that comes along with marketing in that demographic. With that said, they are a major, major influence at our sports arenas. And U.S. for Hope has a powerful message behind it about crowdfunding and using the symbolic Statue of Liberty as a beacon of hope and a message board to start crowdfunding to become American like we were when we came together and formed the foundation for the French architect Le Boutier's uh, tremendous, tremendous symbol of American pride that we have sitting just outside of New York. And we need to try to focus on the positive things that we've done as a people instead of focusing on all of this divisive, racist overtones that seem to come from these conservative Trump supporters. That way, we can move on. Because it's like having that one relative at your house, um, and you love them, but you just wish that they would leave. And a lot of times it'll be that relative that we need to be marketing to in the first place. As we move on in the state of Ohio, I think that we need to focus more on things like citizenship, like having pride in our communities, uh, not just in sports, but in the way that we present our community. Here in Waynesville, Ohio, we have a lot of wonderful things going on. We've got the Renaissance Festival. We have flea market. We have, if you go through Lebanon, you'll see plenty of parks. You'll see plenty of businesses that are marketed well. They're clean. We have a lot of nostalgia here in Warren County. We have a lot of things that we can take pride in. Our museums, our parks, Pioneer Village I mentioned before, are second to none. When you get out to Caesars Creek Beach, you can enjoy the recreational fishing or swimming that accompanies that. And we have a lot of people who are now using the boat dock over there, a new addition that has really turned out to be something that's attracting people. Businesses can kick money in and they can make their money back through the advertising that they're producing. If we go to a football game, and I'm just going to use Waynesville for example, and the Dutchman puts a booth up and they say, this is our booth and here's what we're doing today. We've got a square here. We're going to give you these two books from Rebel Rod, GameDay, and we're going to charge you $5 each for those books. And we're going to put it on the card through the chime, and it's going to go, or through the square, and it's going to go straight to ALS.org or redcross.org or whatever the theme is on that game day. I think that those type of things would rival the Ice Bucket Challenge that did such great things for ALS when they were trying to address it before. Um, if we get church members to practice what they preach and go to these games and recruit people by showing the positive impact that church can have in a community, uh, through things like babysitting, advertising for people who are struggling, trying to work, being a single mother or single father, and needing that safety net, something that they can drop their child off at and feel secure enough to go to work, would be amazing in the recruitment of people to that church or to that organization. It would show their commitment to community and their commitment to do the things that Jesus would do and help grow people. Thank you.